Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to part 24 of 9, episode 1, Koko no tsu koko no ka koko no iro. This is where we're continuing off is where we first get introduced to Sophie. And last episode was the conclusion of the illusionary fire incident, and we had then got introduced to the next decision, which was to either protect Kujo or not protect her. So, and since I already kind of knew that we didn't protect her the first time, so this time I decided to protect her, which was allowed us to see a few more new text, but really not much to it, unfortunately. So now this is after that incident where we want answers from Kujo in regards to the user's artifacts and all that. She had showed us her technique or her ability to us, and after talking about it, Sophie decided to show herself. So that's where we are now. I'm guessing there probably won't be any decisions this episode. But I'm guessing there might be a few white texts plotted about, hopefully. Yeah, let's wait and see how it goes, shall we?
Huh? Huh? Huh?
A mysterious voice shatters Kujo's concern and turns it into panic. As for me, well, I'm less surprised. I mean, I saw it before it spoke. It was hard to miss, really. Something was moving which definitely wasn't supposed to be moving. It was you all along, huh? You're the one who gave me that advice back in the fire, right? You saved my neck right there. Kujo directs a blank stare my way. Of course, I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to that thing behind her. A little plushie, sitting where it shouldn't be.
ようやく私を受け入れる準備が整ってくれたわね。ぬいぐるみのふりをするの大変だったわ。
Yes, the plushie. Its lips curl into a smile, and it levitates up into the air. Okay, now that is surprising, you joke.
はじめまして、お二方。自己紹介させてもらうわ。
It gently hovers over to us before landing on the table.
私の名はソフィーティア。アーティファクトを管理する組織、セフィロトの一員よ。
Kujo stares in awe at the plushie and that just introduced itself as Sophitia. You know, that was an awfully quick introduction for such a complicated background, but I'm going to let it slide just this once.
ああ、そんなに怖がらないで。一応あなたたちと同じ種族よ。これは仮の姿。ぬいぐるみが喋ったら他のどんな不可思議な話も信じるだろうって思ってあえてこんな姿になってみたんだけれど。
She looks us over with her with her rather unsettling hollow eyes, and then gives us an ugly smile.
その必要はなかったみたいね。もうあなたたちはぬいぐるみが話す以上の不可思議に巻き込まれている。今アーティファクトと言いましたか？ええ、言ったわ。詳しいんですか？もともとは私の世界のものなんだもの。当然ね。私のあなたの世界。
Kujo turns to meet my eyes. You look at me like that all you want, but I don't know what you're expecting from me, Missy. I mean, I'm barely following what's going on here. Maybe because Kuja has more background in this stuff than I do. She buys a story abnormally quickly.
何から何までアニメと同じ。アーティファクトは異世界から流入したものなんですね。
あなたの視点から見れば、そうね。私の視点だとアーティファクトが異世界に流出した。
原因は神器が壊れたから。
あら、あなた素晴らしく頭がいいわね。その通りよ。
やっぱりあの神器が勘抜き代わり。壊れてしまったことでアニメのように異世界へのゲートが開いて。
ええ、私たちの世界がつながった。
じゃあゲートを閉じない限り
この混乱は続くわ。
なるほど。
Like hell, that makes sense. I can't keep up with you two geeking out like this.
ごめんなさい。
ちょっと、この世界独自の表現は避けてくれない？うまく翻訳できないのよ。
I rarely see this orange one version of it. Sophie.
翻訳？言語は違うんですね。
当然よ。世界が違うんだから。
もしかして意思疎通ができているのもアーティファクトの。
Seriously, slow it down. I like the Japanese version more. Yeah. だから待ってて. As like, as I was saying, wait, please slow it down. Yes, wait. Said wait in a sense. They both immediately stopped talking. Kujo is keeping up with the plushie just fine, but I can't make heads or tails of what they're talking about. I need to start from the beginning. First off, what the hell are you?
私？
Yes, you.
もう自己紹介はしたじゃない。私はセフィロトの。
I'm already confused. She sighs at me. Just for your information, being treated like an idiot by a creepy little plushie is extremely irritating.
理解力のないあなたに簡単に説明してあげる。
Gee, thanks. That is actually a good way of putting it. Soria domo. Gee, thanks. Yeah, that's roughly putting it.
私はアーティファクトを回収しに来たの。あなたたち道具の使い方もわからないお猿さんには過ぎた代物よ。
The Stone Age? Awfully big talk for a plushie.
だから本体はぬいぐるみじゃないわよ。可愛くて美人な女の子。信じてないわね。だからお猿さんなのよ。
You want to say that again? I like to put it like this, but sometimes the English translation can do well, yeah, as well, but it can't capture the type of feeling that Kakeru has said in Japanese. It's more putting your throat into it. It's really like you're showing that you like. If I were to put the English in the right tone, you want to say that again, huh? Type of thing. Like you really didn't like that.
いちいち怒らないでよ。事実なんだから。現に強大な力を得たことで我を失って同族を殺したじゃない。
Murder. The word hangs in the air. She must mean the statue. I can't deny that she was turned to stone. I might have mentioned in the past, but this is a bit weird here. Sorry about that translation. So here it says, I can't deny she was turned to stone. But in Japanese it's Anoko shinde itan da yo na. Anoko meaning that girl, or that child, that person. Shinde itan da yo na is more like has in fact died. So that's turning to stone. Obviously, in this instinct she did talk from it, but you can't really get that nuance of murder or death from those words, unlike in the Japanese. But to be completely straight about it, she was murdered. Murder by petrification. And the perpetrator can only have been one of these users.
さっきも言ったけど、続くわよ、この混乱は。現に力を持て余したお猿さんがさっきまで暴れていたでしょ。
Those flames were also the product of an artifact.
魂を焼く炎ね。使い手が未熟でよかった。そうじゃなかったらあなたたち今頃死んでいたわ。
I'm just trying to think now. The voice actor normally sounded familiar for Sophie. Obviously, it's a bit different because it's made for Teddy, I guess you could say, a plushie. But it sounded like a character from what's the series name? When the Seagulls Cry. I can't remember the Japanese title, unfortunately. Yeah. Anyway.
私もいつかあんな風に。
そうなりたくないのなら協力なさい。
協力？
あなたの能力は使える。すべての能力に対してあなたの力は切り札になりうる。
Now that we know about her other playthrough and how she actually had in fact killed somebody, and that one wouldn't be really what Kakeru and Kujo would want, you easily see how Sophie's actually manipulating them here, saying that her power is the key to victory, yet it's the key to kill when we don't want it to, in a sense. Which does make sense when you think about the smoke on Sophie's face right now.
あなたにアーティファクトを奪われたユーザーは力の制御を失う。つまりあなたは能力ごとアーティファクトを奪える。それを証明してみせた。
And that's also playing into Kujo's sense of righteousness, sense of justice, in a sense, where she wants to protect.
言っていたわね。せめて世のため人のためにって。
Yeah.
今がその時よ。見たでしょ？力に狂ったその末路を。事件はまだ続く。そしてまた人が死ぬ。
私なら。
そう、止められるかもしれない。あなたの力があれば。
私の力が。盗人の力なんてって自分に絶望したけれど、そのためにこの髪飾りが私を選んでくれたのなら。はい、やります。アーティファクトの回収手伝います。
ありがとう。交渉成立ね。
はい。
Kujo grabs the plushie's tiny nub of an arm and pumps it up and down. Together with this traveler from an alternate world, she will protect our planet against the oncoming catastrophe. Miyako Kujo has entered the fray. Yep. You know, if this were an anime, everybody would be bouncing up and down with excitement over this scene. However, I watched the two of them dispassionately. I mean, they're totally ignoring me. This is what it feels like to be an extra in a blockbuster movie. I'm just sitting on the sidelines, watching the main characters psych each other up. I mean, oh no. Anyway, my bruised ego aside, I'm still a little confused about something. If she's the one you want, why'd you show up on my doorstep?
あなたが最初に見つけたユーザーだからに決まっているじゃない。
Wait, what? Kujo gasps and looks at me, while I stand there frozen in surprise.
新見くんも？
No, or wait a second, yeah. I'm freaking lost. I don't have an artifact or whatever. No way am I a user.
そうなのよね。アーティファクトを所持している様子がないのよね。
Huh? Oh, you mean you were joking a moment ago?
いいえ、私は冗談が好きじゃない。あなたは間違いなく何らかのアーティファクトに選ばれている。
Now that's interesting in my opinion as well, because when I thought about his abilities for the first time, it could be time travel or reversing time in a sense, like going back into the past to the beginning. Sure, that could be the power, who knows, but what would his artifact be? What would his possession be? Because the only thing we've noticed throughout the whole story was his phone, and that is about it. But I doubt that would be it, because he's always had it, It has to be something that had happened after the incidents at the shrine. The only one other thing I can think of is Sophie itself, but that's not a... because it's not something that comes back to him in a sense when it goes, because Sophie obviously disappears for a while. I'll have to wait and see.
でもその場合、
そう、力の使い方を理解するはず。あなたのように。まだ名前を聞いていなかったわ。
Sorry if we just keep pausing here, but another thing I wanted to mention was Kujo obviously didn't know anything about this until she touched or had anything to do with that hair clip. Then she knew. As you were saying here, he should know how to use his power. That is if we have interacted with our artifact, which we have not yet. I don't think. So it makes me think, what could his artifact be? What was it that he interacted with or did something at the end of the last playthrough? It was something to do with Kujo, but that's not right either. Interesting.
九条都です。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくみやこ。ソフィーでいいわ。
My name's...
あなたはいいわ。
What the hell?
とにかく、みやこのようにユーザーになった時点で理解するのよ。アーティファクトがその知識を主に与える。でもあなたは本気で分かっていないよね。とても珍しいケースだからあなたのそばにいたの。きっと普通じゃないアーティファクトの力を得ている。危険度で言えばあなたはトップクラスよ。最優先監視対象。
Are you for real? So if the reason she's been watching me is that she thinks I'm a freaking security risk? But this means I'm a user too, right? So I have powers like Kujo?
何してるの？
Well, I was, seeing if I could fire a laser beam or something.
バカなの？
I hate to sing.
あなたの監視はこれからも続けさせてもらう。もっとも、今一番危険なのは魔眼の所持者ね。
魔眼、石化のアーティファクトを持つユーザー。
その通り、石像は一体で終わらない。絶対に次の被害者が出る。
Makes them so sure though, because sure they did petrify one person, but it could have been an accident,
みやこ、魔眼のユーザーを探しなさい。未然に防ぐの。これ以上の強行を。
はい。
頼んだわよ。この姿では私は本来の力を出せないから、全てはあなたにかかっている。
頑張ります。
あなたのように正義感の強い子に会えてよかったわ。そし
Oh, sorry. Hey, you knew my name all along.
だから自己紹介しなくていいって言ったの。これ以上面倒事を増やさないように。あなたはおとなしくしていなさい。いいわね。
Uh-huh.
結構 ようやく協力者を得られたわね。こっちの世界のことはわからないから、みやこ、これからよろしくね。
ええ、よろしくお願いします。
What overly familiar, aren't you, Plushie?
かける？くれぐれも余計なことしないで。
I heard you the first time.
まだ話したいことはあるけれど、今日はこれくらいにしておきましょう。疲れちゃったし。じゃあね、また来るわ。
Oh. The space around Sophie warps and folds in on itself, and then she disappears. What a needlessly flashy exit. Nevertheless, it's proof that she's some kind of supernatural entity.
すごい。
Kuja murmurs as she looks at the spot where Sophie once was.
異世界の住人と交流しちゃった。すごい。
Yeah, I'll say. The polar opposite to Kujo. The polar opposite to Kujo. Trembling in excitement, I'm pretty sour. Signing a contract with a mysterious being is a pretty famous trope, you know. So, if you're a magical girl, the chosen one, then that's gonna make me the enemy, don't you think?
そうね。新見くん妙に警戒されてた。
I really didn't know anything about all this. Artifacts, users, none of it.
わかってる。新見くんは嘘なんてついてない。
Thanks for trusting me.
新見くんはどうして私のことを信じてくれたの？
If there's any points or place for wild text, here is a good place. About what?
私を信じて炎の中に飛び込んでくれた。
Ah, that. For one, I wasn't really thinking straight. I just knew I had to save Sora. For another, I could tell that it wasn't something I should try reasoning about. More importantly, I knew you weren't the type to lose your cool in a situation like that.
私の人間性を信じてくれたの？
Yeah, I guess it's just that simple. Kuja looks down, her bangs covering her expression. Maybe something I said bothered her. She fumbles for her chopsticks and then reaches for a bite of food, but she stops halfway. She sets them back down and lifts her face once more. Suddenly it hits me. Is she embarrassed? Her cheeks are flushed. I choose not to pry, picking up my own chopsticks and returning to my meal.
新見くん、
Yeah?
よかったら一緒にやらない？協力してほしい。
You mean to search for the criminal?
ソフィーさんのことがなくても実はできないかなって思っていたの。今回のことで私はアーティファクトを奪えることが分かった。私の力なら石化の力を奪える。犯行を防ぐことができる。
I can't do anything, you know?
そんなことない。新見くんがいないと私こそ何もできない。
I don't believe that for a second.
あるよ。私一人だったら今回のことも無理だった。感銘を受けたの。とても迷わず飛び込んだ新見くんに。新見くんはとても勇気のある人。私もこうなりたいって思ったの。私が頑張れたのは新見くんのおかげ。新見くんがいれば私何でもできる気がする。だからよかったら一緒に犯人を探してほしいの。
I didn't notice it before. This is a slight off track here. I do apologize. but Nimi-kun, the Nimi, the kanji used for his surname, it's quite interesting. It uses the kanji for new, and I think that's ocean, but I might be mistaken. It's quite similar to it. So I don't know though. I think it's onyomi, the onyomi for new, and I think the onyomi for ocean I've heard before was me. Bit sidetracked, sorry about that.
お願い。
I carry a bit of rice to my mouth, squeamishly not answering. Can't stop blushing. I never would have guessed she thought so highly of me. I'm not used to this kind of treatment. My parents certainly never had such kind words for me. How do I even react to this?
ごめんなさい。やっぱりこんなこと付き合えないよね。
Let's do it.
いいの？
Yeah. We can't just leave that scumbag out on the loose so they can turn more people into stone. Kujo smiles. She looks so happy. And now I'm back to blushing and staring at the floor. Man, I can't believe it feels so good to have a girl relying on you.
大げさな言い方かもしれないけれど、頑張ろうね。この町を守るために。
Right. I nod, trying to look good in front of her. I suspect her strong sense of responsibility is what has Kujo so motivated. Not to mention her sense of justice. But what about me? Honestly, my motives aren't so pure. I don't feel any obligation to protect the town or whatever. I just don't want Kujo to be disappointed in me. I want to get closer to her. Deplorable, I know. But I feel that's a good enough reason for now.
よかったらこれも食べて。
Alright, thanks.
口に合わなかったら残していいからね。
No, it tastes great, really.
よかった。新見くんは料理しないんだっけ？
It's gonna go into the talk about her cooking meals for him then. No, not at all. I've got some cooking utensils for what it's worth though.
そっか、あるんだ。じゃあ。
Hmm?
これからもよろしくお願いします。
Right, same. We bow to one another. I guess it was a bit later that happens. I don't know if it's because we're both utterly embarrassed, or if we're just worn out from talking, but... The rest of the meal is a little awkward.
じゃあ、今日はありがとう。
Me too. Take care. After we finish lunch, I see off Kujo at the entryway. As she gets ready to go home, some of that. I thought of maybe walking her halfway there, but nah. No need to go that far.
明日は
Why not?
学校あるのかな？
Probably. Oh right, almost forgot. What happened to that piece of jewelry? That thing you stole?
ああ、所有権はもう手放したけれど。
She fishes around in her pocket.
まだある。
Yeah. So this is what made me... I didn't think about it before, but now it makes sense. Because that guy's dead already, this artifact, since she's already relinquished it, should already go back to the owner. But it does not, because the owner is dead. She pulls the guy's necklace out of her pocket. The artifact. You kept it?
直接返すべきなんだけど、自動的に戻るかなって思って。
Ah, you mean the way your hair clip returns to you?
ええ、そうなの。そのうち 持ち主の元に戻ると思う。
That's kind of a problem, actually.
そうよね。返さなきゃってそればっかり思ってて。
After you steal something, can you just keep it?
できるけれど。
Oh, I'm sorry. Pretend I didn't say that. Kujo doesn't think too highly of her power. Keeping something that she stole from someone else would probably be really stressful for her.
ごめんなさい。そうするべきなのに。覚悟が足らないね。
No, I'm sure we can work something else out. Actually, why don't you let me take care of it? Keeping that thing is just going to bother you, right? If it's going to return to its owner sooner or later, you might as well let me hold on to it until then. So in the end, the last route, did they just completely forget about that then?
お願いしてもいい？
Yeah.
ありがとう。
I'll take the necklace from Kujo. So this is an artifact, huh? Looks like a plain old silver necklace.
やっぱり新見くんは頼りになるね。
I'm bound to disappoint you sooner or later.
そんなことにはならないと思う。じゃあ今日はありがとう。
These words did in fact come true later on. Right back at you. Your lunch was great.
明日からもよろしくね。
Same here.
お邪魔しました。
Kujo puts on her shoes, offers a deep bow, and walks out the door. Artifacts. An envoy from another world. The Evil Eyes user. Me being a security risk. Kujo's powers. Today has been just a sequence of crazy revelations. Yeah, I remember when I first did this playthrough, I was just full of information. Unfortunately, second playthrough, nothing new. That said, the most serious event by far was, of course, Kujo coming to my apartment. Man, I'm in over my head here. Possibly due to all being so surreal, the situation hasn't really sunk in. But there's no denying that this object resting in my hand is a relic with powers transcending human knowledge. An artifact. Man, the heck am I gonna do with this thing?
忘れてた。それは回収させてもらうわ。
I forgot she did come back for it, yeah. I thought it didn't happen before because she did disappear and he got given it then she just forgotten about it. But yeah, no, she did come back for it. Huh?
あぐ。
Oh. Sophie pops up out of nowhere. The zipper comes undone and she engulfs my hand. I flip out and jerk my hand away, only to find the artifact is gone. If you wanted the artifact, you could have just said so.
言ったじゃない。あなたの手なんか食べないわよ。バカね。
She sneers at me and zips herself up. I'm really starting to hate this thing. You ate it?
こっちの世界に戻したの。今後ミヤコがアーティファクトを奪ったら私が回収するわ。
When you do that, the artifact can't go back to its original owner?
もちろん。
Okay, cool. I'll make sure to tell Kujo.
協力してくれるみたいね。
Oops. So long as it's not a big hassle? Sure.
良い心がけね。あなたみたいな凡庸なお猿さんですらアーティファクトに認められるのだから、ユーザーはもっともっと存在するはず。
You really get a kick out of insulting me, don't you? Just how many of these artifacts leaked into our world?
知らないわ。
Wait, seriously?
たくさんよ、たくさん。
That's the best you can do. And you're going around making fun of me?
うるさいわね。とにかく血眼になって探しなさい。中にはミヤコのように正義の心を持ったユーザーもいるでしょう。味方につけるの。
We do
そ
eventually
して
find one,
魔
but
眼のユーザーを探し出しアーティファクトを奪いなさい。それがあなたたちの最重要任務よ。
and what will you be doing? Hey,
今は時期じゃないのよ。暦が悪い。
the stars are... What? The hell kind of excuse is that?
うるさいわね。今は私が動く時ではないの。それにあなたの監視で忙しいし。まあせいぜい頑張りなさい。
So this is how you treat your allies.
細かい男ね。モテないでしょあなた。
You want to say that one more time? Again, this is back to the one I said earlier as well, that that's quite provoking in a sense.
あらやばん。あなたと喧嘩している暇なんてないの。今度こそさようなら。見てるわよ。あなたがどんな力を得たのか。危険な存在であることを忘れないように。
Yeah, yeah.
まったく。
Seemingly unsatisfied by my lackluster reply, Sophie makes another needlessly flashy exit. I'm beat. Up into bed and let out a sigh. Artifacts. A negligent envoy from another world. The Evil Eyes user. Me being a security risk. Kuja's powers. And unknown allies. This is a mess already. I may still be putting all the pieces together, but that much is obvious already. Honestly, I wish it were all just a bad joke. But if it means I can get closer to Kujo, I'm willing to put in the effort. The town is in peril, and Kakeru Nimi rushes to its aid, driven by his libido. I'm the freaking worst, I swear. Not as bad as Ruchi. Well, no harm in giving it a shot. I've got to at least work hard enough to live up to Kujo's expectations. Wow, that ended up dragging a bit longer than I'd hoped. Oh, it's opening. Skipping. I don't do openings, for various reasons. So yeah, that is that. I was waiting for the chapter to end so I can end this. Didn't want to end and then like five minutes and then have to do the new chapter. So yeah. Unfortunately, another needlessly pointless episode that gave us no new clues. The only thing we gathered from it was we knew that Sophie had realized about Kuja's power and still asked her to do it. So in other words, asking her to kill people, in other words, you know. That's roughly it. So, yeah, unfortunately, I thought white text would have been such a good point there. The reason being, most of the times we've had decisions was to help Kujo. And that has at least, or should, have closed the gap between the two by a large margin already. And yet, when they're talking about being helpful or saving me before, or I don't know, about the flames, various things, not a single thing had went back and referenced those points. It could have been such perfect points to have gone back and referenced those points. But nothing. Quite sad about that, unfortunately. Well, another episode with no white text, so I'm actually not even sure where we go from here. I think it's Haruka and Noah's turns next, and after that it would be the second victim. I think I'm missing a few points of interest, but that's roughly it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I mean, I could just skip all of this, but it really just feels flat just to go skipping everything. So I do apologize for just going through this over and over again. One last thing I do want to mention. One of the reasons why I also don't like skipping is it goes back to a visual novel called Hoshizora no Momoria. Wishes upon a starry sky or something? Or where is the starry sky? I can't remember what it was. Slight spoiler for that. Well, kind of, but every time you complete a route in that story, something new happens in the common routes or common areas. And every time you complete another one, more is added or something extra is added every single time you complete a route. And that is like secrets in a sense that will go to the last route. And when I first saw that, I thought, wow, that is such a great addition to a visual novel. Never seen it anywhere else. That's why I don't risk it by skipping through everything. Obviously, you probably won't skip it. The skipping function won't skip those texts, but it just would feel weird to also just come across a secret event or something like that. There's no prior knowledge of what did happen before, you know? Anyway, I'll just leave that for now. But yeah, that'll be it for now. It's the weekend for me now, so I might get another one out. I'll have to see, but might not. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this needless yellow text, but regardless, please let me know what your thoughts were, and I'll see you all next time.